So yeah, I've been meaning to ask you how you've personally improved your English and if there are any hacks or strategies that you use or something that's worked miracles for you. Because we are kind of in the same boat. Neither of us are native speakers. So in my case, for example, a bit of preparation before it could be a special event, or it could be like someone I really wanted to impress, or like a meetup with a Brit, or a lesson, especially when I was just starting to teach. But even now, especially these days when I am like my mind is all over the place, I think that a bit of preparation in writing in particular works miracles. So just to take a moment to write down my thoughts, ideas, and like experiment with some recently learned vocabulary and grammar structures, or it doesn't have to be new necessarily. It could be something that I know, but it's this just to practice. But it's, you know, that thing with the passive knowledge, something that you can recognize but you don't use yourself. So just let's say I take 2 or 3 minutes just to write down my ideas and see how this would work in my personal life, and then I read these sentences aloud, say twice, 3 or 4 times, depending on how much I really want to integrate this language into my speaking routines, because let's face it, we are quicker when writing than speaking, or at least I am. And I took it from here. And when I was organizing my group, but also one-on-one sessions, this is the idea I had in mind. And well, now you are in charge of one-on-ones, but this is something that I've found really useful, really impactful. Like you just you see how you can put this passive knowledge and the new language you've been working on to use, make it your own, personalize it, and so make it really work for you personally. In this case, you remember it, and otherwise in most cases it just goes in one ear and out the other. So what's your little strategy?
Well, if we're talking about improving English, I try to read difficult books.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Difficult.
so well, old
Like
books, yes.
classics.
Yeah, like 100 to 200 year old books. So I find that the language in those is much more, it's much more,
Profound.
yes, it's denser and
Denser. Yeah.
denser and I guess kind of just it has substance.
So
It's kind of
true.
poetic. I guess even the nonfiction is kind of somehow it's more colorful.
But you know, the first thing that comes to mind when you say colorful language is
Yes,
swear words.
yes, like
But you really meant vibrant, colorful.
yes, vivid, maybe.
But maybe you like swear words as well.
Well, I've been known to use them in my personal life.
Like I've been no stranger to using
Yes,
colorful
I
language.
mean,
Oh,
swear words are also a way to express yourself, and some of the swear words in English are also very, very versatile as well.
absolutely. I'm not sure about your mother tongue, Latvian. How much do you swear?
Well, not so much actually. It's kind of strange, but there are some really old words that we can use, but most people actually just borrow them from Russian.
So Russians are, well, I see why. Like Slavic languages have a lot in common. So Serbian people and the Serbian language actually is very rich in swear words. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, maybe I can imagine.
Russian is also, well, I guess so. I thought you would just switch to English, but yeah, you are
Uh,
polyglot actually, so you can swear in many different languages.
yes. Of
Yes.
course, swear words are one of the first things people teach other people, I guess, in my experience. But
So
I've had
true.
people teach me swear words in a language I don't know, and yeah, I've done the same maybe a long time ago.
Yes, yes. Well, you've mentioned reading old books.
Mhm.
Well, I have to say that the strategy that's helped to me and is still helping me to this day is ruining every film watching experience, literally. So I still take notes and I think, oh, this is such a cool expression. It would never occur to me, you know. So I just take it down and then I repeat it a few times. And then if I'm watching a film with Raki, he probably
Well,
rolls his
yeah,
eyes.
that's commendable, I would say. You,
What, him rolling his eyes or me taking notes
you
and
taking
repeating?
notes, of course, because I've thought about doing that.
You know what helps me? A piece of paper and a pencil, and I
Mhm,
don't always have them to hand. So then I
mhm,
resort to my phone, but I absolutely hate using technology, which is
mhm.
something you are painfully aware of.
No, it's not so bad, I think. Also, one other thing I wanted to mention is that
Mhm.
also there is the Merriam-Webster app on the phone, and they
Of
have a
course, it's
vocabulary game.
Merriam-Webster for you, everything America related.
Well, yeah, I guess I should stick to one thing, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
It's
so
really.
they have a vocabulary game, and you can select the level you're at, beginner, intermediate, advanced, and they give you
Hmm.
a vocabulary, and you have to guess the meaning. And I think that's a very fun game as well.
It really is. Sometimes it just pops up, and I don't even realize that I'm participating in this Merriam-Webster game. Usually, if you ask me about my favorite dictionary, I'll say, well, it's the Cambridge Dictionary or
Mhm.
the Oxford Dictionary. But yeah, it's great. I mean,
Mhm.
all joking aside.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like,
And but just the only the Merriam-Webster app has such a game.
so it's actually the app you are referring to,
Yeah,
not what is
yeah.
it that
Of course,
keeps
it's a,
popping
I
when
I
I search
don't
for
I'm
a
not
word?
sure what keeps popping up for you.
I'll take a screenshot and send it over to you.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm pretty
so
sure
because
that
you have to register an account to play it.
Mhm. I'll show you next time it pops up.
Okay.
But it really is great, like these strategies of just working on yourself. Because as English teachers, we have to be on the ball like constantly, and we have to
Of
have
course.
something to keep us on our toes. And it's yeah, it's very useful not only to us, obviously, as teachers, but also to our students. And I don't know about you, but I'm constantly asked about tips and hacks on how to improve English overnight. But I mean, let's face it, let's not fool ourselves. There is no
Yes.
shortcut.
Last time somebody asked me that was maybe last week, and
Mhm.
it was about, I guess, the situation was that this person had to go on a business trip to
Mm,
Italy,
mm.
and of course the common language would be English. So and the person was worried that they would not be able to understand the Italian accent.
And
So
may I ask
and
where the person is from?
Japan.
Japan. Ah, okay,
Yes.
okay. Yeah.
So
Well,
so
an
they
accent is
asked
a
me.
huge barrier.
Yes, they asked me if there are any tips to help him understand Italian accent better. Well, I said no, there aren't.
Like,
The
definitely
best I
not.
can do is I can tell you how to ask for clarification.
Yes, yes. And this actually brings us to another topic, which is also a great one, like on these ways of asking for repetition and clarification, because I feel that a lot of my students, especially those below a solid B2 level, would just go with, can you say that again? Or, sorry, could you repeat it? Which works definitely, but like we oftentimes resort to quicker alternatives, and some of them may not be familiar with come again, or okay, this is the one you probably use What do you use when you want to ask for repetition or
Well,
clarification? Mhm.
very simple. It's sorry.
Sorry, yeah. Goes a long way. That's true. But the one that I've started using recently myself is sorry, what's that? What was that?
What was
It's
that?
very, very American. What was
Sorry.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. What was that? Could
Yeah.
you say that again?
Yes. But then like sorry does the trick, and then
Yeah.
you would
It-
clarify if the person you're talking to like didn't really understand where you were going with sorry no or
well, I
pardon me
think
what
so. Do you think it's ambiguous?
mm,
It could be ambiguous because in my
with
experience,
native
people always
speakers
understand.
no with native speakers no but
Okay.
sometimes well and especially when you work online as we
Oh.
mostly do um there's this overlap and sometimes we might not hear each other and sorry is quite a short word. So, but
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, it does the trick most of the time.